Yes, good morning, dear student. Today I will discuss about the effect of climatic factors on the station and the equipment design. This is the part of Unit 2, and the subject name is the Power Plant Engineering. Semester is 7. Outline, introduction, plant location and site selection, plant layout, selection of boilers, superheaters and the air preheaters, economizer and air preheaters, condenser and the prime movers, selection of size and the number of the generating units, factor affecting the size and the number of unit in a generating station, advantage and disadvantage of the large site unit. This is the first slide of the today lecture. Introduction in the all the engineering works questions of the cost is the first important. While designing in the electrical power generating station and the other system efforts are made to achieve overall economy so that the per unit cost of the generation is the lowest possible. In any thermal power station, it is the prime requirement. This is the basically cost. If the cost is more, then there will be ultimately generation. If the generation cost is more, then the ultimately production or the electricity generation is cost is more. So that's why our ultimate aim is to reduce the cost. If the cost is reduced, then the all the factor will be optimized. This will be enabled to supply the electrical energy to be consumer at a reasonable rates. These are the main fundamental about the generating of the electricity and the producing of the electricity at a reasonable price. In the every system, economy plays an important role. A saving in a cost of generation of electric power represent a significant reduction in the operating cost as well as the fuel cost. So all the things where the all the parameters are the required, where the payment is the important parameter. This is the things to be done because of the generation of the electrical power. It is very produced at a very nominal charge. The electrical engineer has to adopt the cheapest and the most convenient scheme. Plant location and the site selection. This is the raw material availability, where the raw material is available, easily available location with respect to the marketing area, availability of the suitable land, transport facilities, availability of the labors, availability of the utilities, water and the electricity, environmental effect and the influent disposal, local community consideration, climate factor, political strategical condition considerations. These are the factors where are the required for the any type of the plant location and the site selection. If the transport facilities is not available, there will be affected in the plant location. Availability of the suitable land, this is the main prime factor. Availability of the labor, it is also requirement. Availability of the utility, water and electricity is required as a desired area. Environmental effect and the effluent disposal is another aspect for the eco-friendly local community consideration. If the community has been taken, this is the important factor. Climate factor is also responsible for the plant location. Taxation and the legal restriction is also important parameter for the financial matter. Plant layout, thus the economic construction and the efficient operation of a process unit will depend on how well the plant and the equipment specified on the process flow sheet is laid out. The principal factors that are the considered are the listed below. Economic consideration, this is the construction and the operating cost, process requirements, convenience of the operation, convenience of the maintenance, health and the safety consideration, future plant expansion, modular constructions, wastage disposal requirements. What are the selection of type of the equipment, selection of the boiler, superheaters, economizer and the air preheater, condenser, prime movers, selection of size and the number of generating units. Selection of boiler or the steam generator basically convert the water into the steam. This is the main function of the boiler. Boiler of the two types, that is the fire tube and the water tube boilers. What are the advantages of water tube boilers over the gas tube boilers? That is the higher evaporation capacity due to the large heating surface, high pressure due to the small size of the drum. Safe in operation, this is the advantage of the water tube boiler over the gas tube boiler, occupy the less space. A superheater, this is a device which removes the traces of the moisture from the saturated steam and help in the increasing the temperature of the steam. It is used in a plant to increase the efficiency of the plant by, as the steam is dry, turbine blades remains dry to mechanical resistance is low. Due to the dryness of the steam, no corrosion occurs on the blades of the turbine. If the dryness of the steam is occur, no corrosion take place in the turbine blades. This is the main fundamental about the superheater for the improving the efficiency of the plant. Economizer and the air preheater are the desire which recover the heat from the flue gases on their way to chimney and raise the temperature of the feed water and the air supply for the combustion. In a good combustion process, there will be a need of a supply of the time to time the air because of the if the air is not supplied on the time, there will be chances of incomplete combustion, and due to the incomplete combustion, temperature will not raise up to the mark. That's why the efficiency will not be improved of the plant. Economizer raises the boiler efficiency by the 10 to 12%. It is a saving the fuel consumption by the 5 to 10% and plays a very important role. Condenser, it is used for the condense the exhaust steam, and it also remove the air and the other non-condensable gas from the steam. This is the main unit of the thermal power plant. After the expansion in the after the expansion of the steam in the turbine, it will be passing through the condenser unit where it will be condensed by the some external sources of the cooling medium such as the water or the air. Water it is supplying from the cooling tower side and the taking of the heat from the condensing fluid. There are the two types of the condensers, jet or the surface contact condenser, where the both fluid are the directly mix up. Second type is the contact condenser, and in the modern power plant, mostly surface condenser are used because in this condenser can be used as a feed water to the boiler. एक मॉडल पावर प्लांट में सरफेस कंडेंसर की ज़्यादा जरूरत होती है जहाँ पे कंडेंसर ज़्यादा रेट में और फीड वाटर को यूज करके बॉयलर में इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. Prime mover are used to convert the storage energy into the rotation mechanical energy. This is the main function of the prime mover. जैसा कि आपने गाड़ियों में देखा, IC इंजन में देखा कि if the fuel is supplied in the IC engine, there will be a movement of the vehicle. While selecting a prime mover, the initial cost of the plant taken into the consideration as the efficiency of the plant increases, but there is a reduction in the flow resource of the plant. If the selecting of the prime mover, the initial cost of the plant is taken into consideration. This is the main factor. For industrial purpose, non-condensing type of and the non for the central generation condensing type steam turbine should be used. Selection of the size and the number of the generating units. Selection of the unit and their operation plays an important role in the working of the power station and the economics of the power generation. The size and the number of units is decided from the load curve. What are the factors affecting the size and the number of the units in a generator system? This is the first factor, demand of the power. How much of the power is required from the their sides? That is the important factor which are affecting the size of the plant. Maximum efficiency. If the maximum efficiency is required, there will be plant is equipped with the efficient mountings and the accessories in the proper manner. Growth of the demand in the near future. If the demand is more in the near future, that it will be the optimize of the plant location. Capacity of the plant should be the 15 or the 21% more than the expected maximum demand. Plant capacity should be more expecting of the maximum demand of the plant. What are the advantage of the large size unit? That is the more beneficial than the small size unit because of the it carrying the less floor area, less operating labor, less maintenance, better efficiency. During the day, sometimes the load on the system is much less than the peak load, so that a unit running at a time does not give the maximum efficiency and the generation cost per unit should increase. There is another disadvantage or the drawback of the selecting the large units. In case of the complete failure or the supply due to the breakdown on the maintenance, this is the another drawback of the selecting the large unit. तो कंप्लीट फेलोर होने की कंडीशन पे जो है या बोलना चाहिए फेलोर यदि होता है तो ड्यूरिंग द ब्रेकडाउन और मेंटेनेंस की कंडीशन पे सप्लाई जो है अफेक्टेड होती है. तो दिस इज द टुडे लेक्चर. थैंक यू.